Oh, the sun's almost down. I'll have to close up after my next customer. Hey there, sonny boy. 2 dogs with the work?
Not yet. I'm waiting for someone. What kept you, slacker?
You surprised me, you idiot. Ugh, I was tired out after we played tag all afternoon.
Even so, a deal's a deal. You have to treat me to all the chili dogs I can eat.
I would point out that you're spoiling your appetite, but really, what's the point anymore?
So good.
Ew, you're disgusting, you know that? And how do you eat them all in one bite like that? Ugh, it defies the laws of physics.
Oh, physics schmizzics, sister.
That's really not an answer, but then again, why would I expect any more from you? Well, now that you've devoured the rest of my allowance this month, why don't we go back to the castle? We're late to dinner with the king and queen.
Sure, let's go. Hey, for what it's worth, I'm sorry that I sprung that race on you. How about tomorrow, I'll treat you to whatever you want.
Nice of you to offer, but I prefer to earn such an honor.
Ha! Slippery gnar! Zoom!
Oh, those crazy kids. I wonder how King Sonic puts up with them. Seems like they chase after each other day after day.
Enough, you two. Bow before your king.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You two are very late.
Our apologies, Your Majesty. We got caught up and nearly forgot we had a prior engagement.
There's no need to be so formal, my children. Never could stomach that kind of thing. Now come on, give your old father a hug. So, I see you won the race here, Sonia. You'll have to work extra hard to keep up, Manic. I beat her earlier, Father, but then she tricked me.
Only after you made me buy you all those chili dogs.
You're both a chip off the old Hedgehog block. Now come on, no more fighting. I hope you guys didn't fill up too much on chili dogs, because your mother finished her duties early to make you her special.
Woohoo! You want to race us there, Pop?
Now, my boy, do you really think a king such as myself would stoop so low as to engage in such frivolous games as...
Whoa! Dad! Aw, man! Hey! Wait for me!
All right, that should just about do it. Huh? Sonic's still just as mature as the kids, I see.
Oh, my head. Kids, no, stop. Your mother locked the door on us. What did you do that for, Sal?
I heard you coming, and I didn't want you to scatter the meal and the dishes on the floor again.
Sorry, Sal. It was all in good fun. Then again, I don't know where I'd be if you weren't always there to pull my sneakers out of the fire.
I could say the same thing to you, you know. Come here, you stupid lug.
Oh, Dad!
Yeah.
Ugh.
Come here. All right, you two. I hope you didn't fill up on chili dogs all day, because I insisted on preparing dinner today. Gave the entire kitchen staff the evening off.
remind me, what's the occasion again, Sal?
Does there need to be an occasion to dote on our children, Sonic? Now, no more dawdling, you two. Let's sit down and dig in.
Oh, boy!
This is really good. Oh, yum. This is my favorite.
So good. Is something wrong, Manic? You've been eyeballing me for a while. Nah, everything's cool, Pop. I was just wondering if you could continue the story of your adventures.
Oh, yeah. It feels like it's been forever since your last one. You can't leave us hanging like that.
All right. Now seems to be as good a time as any. Sal, would you like to start us off?
I'd be glad to, sweetie. Well, as you two know, for your entire lives our planet of Mobius has been at peace, but we had to face a long, hard road to get there. 35 years ago, a man named Dr. Julian Robotnik sought to take over our planet, and he succeeded. Your father and I were only 5 at the time, younger than you are now, but we had to endure more pain than anyone should have had to endure in their lifetimes. We lost most of our families to Robotnik's roboticizers, which turned Mobians into robots completely subservient to him. With some help, we managed to escape, along with some of our other friends, to a hidden village in the Great Forest called Knothole. In order to combat Robotnik from the shadows, we formed a resistance group called the Freedom Fighters. For 12 years, we fought against Robotnik's tyranny, scoring any victory we could, no matter how small. I can't even tell you how many we lost. I'm not going to say everything was worth it in the end, but at least we did win after enduring so much.
Won't see what might have been. What I felt, what I've known. Never shine doing what I've shown. Never free, never me. So I dug the